B. Learning Activity 2. Getting to know the variety of traditional Indonesian songs. 1. Learning Activity Objectives. Students can explain the variety of traditional music songs in Indonesia correctly. C2. B. Students can write descriptions based on the results of their exploration of the diversity of traditional music songs in Indonesia well. C3. C. Students can document the results of their exploration of the diversity of traditional music songs in Indonesia through various media that are possible both manually and digitally creatively. C3. 2. Main material. There are so many varieties of traditional songs in Indonesia. Some of them still use local pentatonic tones, for example Suku Bathik, Kublai Kublak Suing, Tembang Makapit, from Central Java, and DIY, Karaban Sape, Madura, Misapet Sapatan, Usak Asing, Janger, Bali, and so on. Some others have used diatonic or quasi-diatonic scales such as Kambang Labungo, West Sumatra, Sik Piriak, West Kalimantan, Epus, Papua, and Nani Keek, North Sulawesi, and so on. Many songs are taught orally from generation to generation. Some of them are presented as material in this book. Makapit Sinam. Pada dasarnya Makapit adalah puisi Jawa tradisional yang ditembangkan, dilagukan. Karya-karya sastra Jawa klasik banyak yang ditulis dalam metrum Makapit. Sekarar. Umum Makapit diartikan dengan kata makapapit-papit, membaka empat, yaitu cara membaka dalam jalanan seshap empat suku kata. Penafsiran lain adalah tentang judul-judul Makapit yang dikaitkan dengan phase hidup manusia dari lahir sampai meninggalnya. Selanjutnya akan dipelajari salah satu dari jenis tembang Makapit yaitu Sinam. Sinam, PL. Nem, 561 greater than 1 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 greater than. Nu, ok, dalok, kuyu, ta, mal. 1 greater than 2 greater than 2 greater than 7 1 greater than 2 greater than TWO greater than ONE greater than 1 greater than 2. Mrabi wang ta, na ya, we. 1 greater than 2 greater than 2 greater than 2 greater than 1 greater than 654. Wang agunging nexo, gan, da, 4445 4212. Pa. Nem material southeast no, pa, t, 455550 456. Ka, pa, tia, mar, su, d, 4444, 4540 to 45. Su, da, ning ha, walan nap. Su 2444444 Pi, Ni, Su Ta, Pa Bra, Ta 4445 4212 Tan, Pying So, Yang Ra, Tri 24565555650 for 245 I, Me, Ma, Gun, Kar, Ye, Nak Tiasing Same Mum, Tembang Ani Diniani Ikan Dalam System Nada, Laras Pelagnem, Alternativentik Membantu Mempeladrinya. Peserta didik bisa mengakses link YouTube. Dengan kata kunci tembang sinam laras pelagputhat nemala narno suseno. Arti dari tembang ini adalah, nulada laku utama, artinya teladinala perbuatan mulia. Tumurab wang tanah jai, artinya bagi orang Jawa. Wang agung inj siganda, artinya orang besar dari inj siganda. Panemban senapati, artinya diala panemban senapati. Kapati amarsudi. Artinya yang berusaha dengan sangat keras. Sudaning hua lan nafsu, artinya menahan hua nafsu. Pinasu tapa brata, artinya dengan tindakan seperti orang bertapa. Tenapi yang siang ratri, artinya diterapkan siang dan malam. Mangan, karyanak tiasing sesama, artinya berusaha agar hati orang merasa nyaman. Tidak menyakitkan hati orang lain. B. Kambang Labungo. Kambang Labungo is a regional song from West Sumatra province. This song has a Minang nuance from Padang in the west of Sumatra Island. The lyrics of the song Kambang Labungo symbolize the beauty of the Minang land. This song already uses a diatonic tone system, and can be read directly through the existing notation. According to Desyandri from Padang State University in Hermentic analysis of the Kambang Labungo song, the meaning of this song is, Kambang Labungo Parawitan, meaning the magnificent dream flower bloom Simambang Charia is danced, meaning the Simambang dance is danced in the hamlet of the Minang realm, meaning in the villages of the Minang land Bungo Kambang Sumarak Anuang, meaning the flower blooms brightly the pavilion of the Rumah Gadang Pusako Minang Tanah Pagaru Yuang, meaning Minang heirloom, Pagaru Yang land Depasuntiang Siang Malam, meaning married day and night, every time bungo kanangan rumah nang gadang, meaning the flower of memories of a large house, rumah gadang. The Kambangla bungo song was created by Syafian Nan and popularized by Aslan Hussain in the 1960s. In general, the song describes the condition of Minang girls, as flowers or the abundance of rumah gadang. Minang girls after being married will become mothers. In Minangkabau, there is a rule that states that the successor to the lineage is taken from the mother's line. C. Sik Sik Piriak. Sik Sik Piriak is a regional song from Sambas Regency, West Kalimantan Province. It is not yet known who the creator of this song is, but according to the Sambas community, the creator of Sik Sik Piriak is a native of the Dayak tribe of West Kalimantan. It is also believed that this song, which tells about social life, has been sung for approximately 150 years. This song also uses a diatonic tone system, so it can be written using diatonic musical notation. The song Sik Sik Piriak is full of symbolic meanings that describe the social situation of the Sambas community in relation to the entry of foreign culture. The original lyrics of this song are in Sambas Malay. If translated into Indonesian, https lagutura.id, are as follows: Sik Sik Piriak Belanga, Sumping dari Java, meaning Sik Sik Piriak, summing pan from Java. Datang Nik Kekabak Bawa, Crab Dua, Ikak, meaning King Grandma Kekabak, bringing two crabs. Kak Kak Berdalam Belanga, Idong Pikak Giji Rongak, meaning thrown into a pan, flat nose, toothless. Sape Ketawa, Dalak Tang Kung Rage Tungal, meaning whoever laughs first, is beheaded by the single king D. Tampo. Tampo is an area in Muna Regency, which used to be part of Baton Regency. By a musician from the area, namely Masri Abadin, a song was created that describes the Tampo area. The title of this song is often also called Tampo Muna, which refers to the name of the regency, or Tampo Napabalano, which refers to the Napabalano sub-district. Tampo songs are played with dado rumba, which is a type of art from southeast Sulawesi. Dado rumba is played using various traditional musical instruments such as dodaraba, stringed instrument, gambas, plucked instrument, and gamba gamba, a type of xylophone-like wooden bar instrument, and bamboo stem percussion. This type of music has been included in the Intangible Cultural Heritage, WRISANBUDAYA.KEMDIKBUD.GO.ID. In general, Tampo songs tell stories about the land of birth and an invitation to live in harmony and unity. This song uses a diatonic tone system with distinctive Malay tones that are quite pronounced. Sourced from the writer Muhammad Taslim Dalma from southeast Sulawesi, the meaning of the lyrics of the Tampo song is as follows: O Tampo Napabalano, meaning the name of Tampo village, Napabalanwo district, Muna Regency. Nue Tumo y Teno Kalantahaku, meaning that is where my birthplace is. Nopanako Barakati Nekakakawasa, meaning full of blessings from God Almighty.
Sampmate Tampo Mina Limpuhane, meaning even until I die, I will never forget Tampo. Hintamo Basadi Mosi Mozarahaku, meaning you are a very close family. Dozis Mana Soka Edahano Luwanto Yini, meaning let's unite for the good of our village. Wadina Wunan Tayarasai, Tampo Mina Limpuhania, meaning the beloved land of Muna, I will never forget Tampo. Nuatumo Kalambahano Reku, meaning that is where my blood is shed. See Learning Activity 3. Variety of Modern Indonesian Music. 1. Learning Activity Objectives. A. Students can analyze the development of diatonic music in Indonesia. From time to time correctly, see 4. B. Students can mention the names of figures in the world of modern Indonesian music. Correctly, see 2. C. Students can distinguish between modern music genres that have developed in Indonesia correctly, see 2. 2. Main material. A. Struggle music and national songs. The emergence of Western music in Indonesia cannot be separated from European colonization. The acculturation of diatonic music in Indonesia is related to colonial-era education and the process of enculturation with local music in religious rituals. Indonesian students who grew into movement and education figures tried hard to realize an independent Indonesian nation. One of the tools of the movement was struggle songs that used Western idioms. During the independence revolution, songs were created that stirred and moved the struggle, unity, and nationality. In terms of melody, these songs are also easy to sing together. In musical terminology, songs like this are called functional music, because they were created for a specific purpose. Mack, 1995, 543. Furthermore, the musical figures of this era according to Dieter Mack in the Music History book include
Wage, Rudolf Sopratman, 1903 to 1939, composer of the song Indonesia Raya and works that inspired the spirit of the movement such as Di Timur Matahari, Bendera Kita Merah Putih, Ibu Kartini, and others. 2. Ibu Sud / Sarija Niong, 1908 to 1993. She was a musical figure and an educator of 3 eras who created patriotic songs, including Berkibarlah Benderaku and Tanah Airku, as well as children's songs such as Kapal Api, Naik Naik ke Puncak Gunung. 3. Kosbini, 1910 to 1991, a musician and composer of the song Bagimu Negeri, as the most prominent composition. In addition to nationalist-themed songs, she was very productive as a musician and composer of keroncong songs. 4. Ismail Marzuki, 1914 to 1958, one of Indonesia's great composers with nationalistic-themed works, including Indonesia Pusaka, Gugu Bunga, and Halo Halo Bandung. Ismail Marzuki also gave birth to popular works in his time such as Aryati and Sabda Alam. 5. Hussein Mutahar, 1916 to 2004. He was a composer who was active in Indonesian scouting. His prominent songs include Hymne Syukur, Hari Merdeka, and Hymne Pramuka. 6. Cornel Simanjuntak, 1921 to 1946. Known as a fighter artist with heroic and patriotic songs such as Tanah Tumpah Darahku, Maju Takentar, Para Pahlawan, Tegu Kuku, Berlapis Baja, and Indonesia Tetap Merdeka. 7. Other names during this period were R.A.J. Sujasmin, A.E. Wairata, Dirman Sasmakwadi, A. Simanjuntak, T. Prawit, Sutejo, Binsa Sitompul, Iskandar, Daliono, Sudhanoto, Il Pohan, Gesang, Mokhtar Embut, A. Tampubolon, Sangkaya H.R., Maladi, N. Simanu Khalid, C. Tuo, and A.T. Mahmud. M.P. Siagian, Collection of National Compulsory Songs. In the history of Indonesian music, national songs and struggle songs have a very important role in terms of the social and political situation and the identity of the Indonesian nation. B. Music in Western tradition. In the next development, several figures develop music that is commonly referred to as serious music, meaning music that truly uses Western traditions, especially Europe. Mack, History of Music, Volume 4. They received European music education and tried to build a European music tradition in Indonesia. In some of their works, they explore regional Indonesian songs played in a European style. These figures include 1. Amir Pasaribu, 1915, 2010. The most prominent work is Andika Bayangkari. He also arranged many Western idiom works and regional songs arranged in piano works. 2. Liberty Manik, 1924 to 1993. The first Indonesian to earn a doctorate cum laude in music in Berlin. The songs Satu Nusa, Satu Bangsa, and Desaku Yang Kucinta are prominent works. 3. K.R.A. Trisuci Juliati Kamal, 1936, 2020, 21. Known as an Indonesian pianist and composer whose works have been played by many world-class pianists in several countries. He created more than 200 compositions for piano and other instruments in the form of solos, duets, trios, quartets, ensembles, and orchestras. His works are not only diatonic music, but also Javanese ethnicity and various regions of Indonesia, arranged in Western musical styles.
Trisuchi Kamal, Intro Kisa Suni, solo vocal and piano. Jazid Jamin, 1950 to 2001, a composer whose compositions have been widely recognized and awarded abroad. He also became an orchestra conductor at the Nusantara Symphonic Orchestra and in several countries. The government also strives for the development of music. www.smmyk.sch.id History of SMM Yogyakarta. Through the Directorate of Culture in the Arts Sector on January 1, 1952, the Indonesian Music School was established in Yogyakarta.
Smaimayan. This school studies Western music more intensively by bringing in music teachers from Europe. The school has produced educators and musicians who have further developed the existence of Western music in Indonesia. They include Sumarjo, Eli Dailami Hasan, I.G. Nyoman Swasta, Ramli Abdurrahman, and other educators at Esmayan. C. Indonesian popular music. Popular music in Indonesia colors almost all of the development of music in the country. The term popular is intended as something that is known and liked by many people or according to the needs of society in general and is easy to understand, KBBI. Popular music is not the same as the term pop music. Popular music refers to all music that is popular among its fans, covering many music genres, where each genre has its own mass base. While pop music is identical to a certain genre related to the rhythm and style of the music being performed. Below are examples of popular music in Indonesia. 1. Keroncong. In the history of Indonesian music, keroncong music is an inseparable part. Its initial form is fado, Portuguese, and moresco, Spanish, music, accompanied by string instruments such as violin, ukulele, cello, and percussion. This orchestra set is still preserved as one of the typical rhythms called keroncong tugu. Tugu is an area that was the beginning of the development of keroncong music since approximately 1884. The popularity of keroncong grew stronger with its entry into the film industry around 1930. The musical instruments used in the keroncong orchestra are ukulele chup, ukulele chat, acoustic guitar, violin, flute, cello, and double bass. Keroncong music has undergone stages of development in the form of songs, instruments, chord progressions, number of bars, and style of performance, which are divided into four stages as follows. A. Old School Keroncong, 1880 to 1920. Songs during this period still had 16 bars. In addition to Keroncong Tugu, the song Pasar Gambir, Stambul 1 also developed, Sarinande, Terang Bulan, Potong Padi, Nina Bobo, Stambul 2, Si Jampang, Jali Jali, Stambul 3, the song Kemayoran. B. Eternal Keroncong, 1920 to 1960. Songs during the Eternal Keroncong period developed into 32 bars and adapted to Javanese gamelan. The types of keroncong during the Eternal Keroncong period were original keroncong, Stambul keroncong, and keroncong langgam. The Eternal Keroncong era gave birth to the legendary song Bengawan Solo, created by Gesang. This period was the heyday of keroncong music. C. Modern Keroncong, 1960 to 2000. Keroncong music follows more popular developments. Updates, for example, were made by Rudy Pierngadi, Keroncong Beat, Kus Plus, Keroncong Pop, Mantus, Campur Sari, a combination of keroncong and gamelan, Didi Kempot, Keroncong Dangdut Kongdut, which is popular abroad. D. Millennium Keroncong, 2000 to present. During this period, keroncong music became a means of appreciation in festivals held so that keroncong continued to exist. Keroncong music also merged into various other forms of music such as Mandarin, rap, and rock music. Keroncong musicians: M. Sagi, Tanjeng Bok, Kuspini, Annie Lando, Ismail Marzuki, Gesang Marto Hartono, Bram Tatale, They are referred to as Crocodile's Keronchong Tempo Dulo, which describes his role and character.
Another figure is Anjar Ani, recorded as the composer who has created the most Keronchong songs and is one of the figures who adapted Javanese gamelan into Keronchong. Other figures who are very popular in Keronchong music are Waljina, Mus Mulyadi, Totok Saman, Mamiek Slamet, Wiwik Simbogo, Mantos, and Sundari Sokocho. 2. Indonesian pop music. Pop music is understood as commercial music because of the growth of the music recording industry. Pop music is market-oriented. The figure of the artist who performs is important for the type of music that is liked. Pop music is often connoted as a type of music performed by a band, with musical instruments consisting of a drum set, guitar, bass, keyboard, and vocals. Since the loosening of the ban on things that were labeled as Western, the era of pop music has grown, marked by the establishment of pop bands and famous singers of their time. In the 60s, the band Pantia Nada emerged, led by Enteng Tanamal, with singers Patty Bersadara and Tanti Yosefa. Other singers include Ramat Kartolo, Oni Suryono, Bing Slamet, Titiek Puspa, Lily Suryani, Ernie Johan, and Anna Mantovani. The band Kus also, considered as a milestone in the rise of pop music in Indonesia through songs born from this music group in various musical rhythms. In addition, music groups such as Panvers, the Mercies, Deloids, Bimbo also colored Indonesian pop music in the 70s. A. Rianto is also considered a musician who contributed to Indonesian pop music in the 60s and 70s because he gave birth to many famous artists. He founded the Empat Nada Band, a specialist in accompanying bands for the Remako Recording Company, and the Favorite Group Band, with very famous songs at that time. Mulyadi, 2009, 152.
A. Rianto's works were sung by famous singers in the 70s, such as Brori Marantika, Moes Mulyadi, Vivi Sumanti, Tetikadi, Titiak Sandohora and Mutshin, Emilia Contessa, Hetikus Endang, Gracie Simon, Bimbo Ervina, Rafika Duri, Harvey Malaiholo, Andi Meria Mamatalata, Ari Kosmiran, Anita Teresia, and many more. Other singers from the 70s include Bob Tutupoli, Adi Manuhutu, Edi Silitonga, Mingus Tahitu, Krisye, Jamal Mirdad, and Chika Queswoyo, as well as Adi Bing Slamet for children's songs. It should also be noted that since the mid-70s to the mid-80s, music that emphasized the depth of poetry grew, where the musicians were no less popular than other artists. They are Ibiet G. Ade, Iwan Fals, Uli, Siga Rusadi, Gomblo, Doyle Sumbang, Frankie Sahilatua and Najane, Leo Christie. The prominent music arrangers from that time include Billy J. Budiarjo and Willie Soimantri. Figure 112A, Rianto, Favorites Group. Source, cover photo of A. Rianto, Volume 12, and Favorites Jupe Volume. The development of pop music in the 80s, 90s was quite dynamic and sporadic. New music emerged such as new wave, electropop, R&B, and others that influence Indonesian music lovers. There were two colors of music. First, alternative pop dared to express its music without always following the wishes of music producers. Chrisye, Faris RM, Adi MS, Perwet Jaraka, Dwiki Darmawan, Erwin Gudawa, Mus Mujiono, Dedi Dukan, Dian Pramana, Poetra, Adi Agam, Aji Soitama, were musicians who were often referred to as being on the alternative pop line. Second, there was a color of pop music that was considered, too following market tastes. Some critics even called it whiny pop. The musicians in this segment include Abi Mesak, Pansy Pandag, Rinto Harahap, Dian Piachesa, Betharia Sonata, Aya Sugianto, Nia Deniati, Radi Perwasai, and several others. Still in this era, the term Three Divas emerged, consisting of Titi DJ, Chris Dayanti, and Ruth Sahanaya, which describes the level of expertise of the three vocalists. Several bands also emerged, including Kla Project, Dewa 19, Gigi.
Gambarkan tingkat keahlian tilu vokalis. Sababaraha band oge mecenghul. Diantarana, Kla Project, Tewas 19, Gigi. Tahun 2000-an ditandaanku mecenghul na rupa-rupa band anu ngawarnaan kamekaran musik pop di Indonesia. Grup ieu nyaita Dewas 19, Padi, Sheila on 7, Ada Band, Alexa, Armada, Bass Jam, The Bagindas, The Massive, Jikustik, Java Jive, Kahitna, Kangen Band, Kerispati, Malik and Essentials, Naaf, Naif, Niji, Noah, Payung Teduh, Raja, Ran, Republik, Somethings in the Rain, The Virgin, TPX, Ungu, Vagetos, Wali, Wayang, Yovie Nuno, Zigas Jong Sajabana. Musik anu dipidangkeun teh rupa-rupa pisan. Timimiti pop rock nepika pop Melayu. Salianti grup-grup, di zaman ieu oge aya musisi anu boga karir solo kalawan warna musik anu khas. Di antarana Agnes Monica, Raisa, Isyana Sarasvati, Glenn Fredly, Tompi, Meli Goslau, Sandy Sandoro, Fidi Aldiano, Elo Taitue, Nugi, Randy Pandugo, Ardito Pramono, Jung Saikolji. Aya oge panyanyi anu medal tina acara rekrutmen bakat seperti Judika, Ihsan, Rini W, Fatin Sidkia, Jung Sajabana. Tren musik boy band sareng girl band muncul sareng janten idola pikun sababaraha waktos.
Saluyu jeung ganjangna perkembangan internet jeung teknologi rekaman digital apa musik indie ini tumuh. Musik ini dihartikeun salaku musisi anu damel nyalirati produksi nepi ka ngapopulerkeun karyana di masyarakat. Proses sapertos kitu henteu ngan ukur aya dina musik pop, tapi oge dina sababaraha jenis genre musik. Media internet sapertos YouTube, SoundCloud, Joox, Spotify, iTunes, parantos janten kabutuhan pikeun nyebarkeun karya musik. 3. Musik rock Indonesia. Musik rock nyaeta genre musik anu akarna asalna tina musik Sunda jeung campuran jenis musik sejenak. Kalawan ciri-ciri anu diwarnaan ku distorsi gitar listrik sarta ngagunakeun ketukan anu kuat dina ritme gitar bass jeung kendang. Rupa-rupa sora, keyboard, piano, organ, jeung synthesizer ti tahun 70-an geus jadi alat tambahan dina jenis musik ieu.
Era 60s, 70s saprak larangan musik di labelan salaku barat dicabut dipirigu dampak perkembangan pesat musik rock di Eropa jayung Amerika. Cikal bakal musik rock mimiti sumbar di Indonesia. Zaman 70-an mangrupa zaman musik panggung. Sabab loba konser badak diayakkeun. Grup musik God Bless, a.k.a. Giant Step, Rollies, Sass, The Fannies, Tercem dipidangkeun lakon panggung anu dianggap ngawakilan tanaga para nonoman. Tapi tetep niru grup musik barat anu populer seperti Rolling Stones, The Beatles, Led Zeppelin, Deep Purple, Hirung Ying Sabat. God Bless, pantes disebut legenda musik rock Indonesia kusabab konsistensi dina unggal album anu diproduksi. Napi ka taun 1980-an, musik Indonesia terus mekar. Luyu juntumuhna pausahan rekaman. Musik rock Indonesia mimiti ngawujud. Kalayan rasa Indonesia anu langkung kuat. Kompetisi band rock oge rame. Logze Labor Productions. Upamana, saprak taun 1984. Secara periodik ngayakeun festival rock anu ngahasilkeun band-band rock anu kasohor seperti El Palmas, Keras Rock, Power Metal, Andromeda, Surabaya Rock Band, Slank, U-Camp Boomerang, Jamrud, Wizkid, Slash REF, Power Slaves, Edane, Rox, Pas Band, jeung Netral. Solois rock oge ngahirupkeun dunia rekaman musik Indonesia. Kalayan lagu-lagu pop rock anu leuwih gampang ditarima kusakumna golongan. Aranjuna, Nawengku, Ahmad Albar, Andi Liani, Anang Hermansyah, Niki Astria, Mel Shandi, Nike Ardila, Inka Kristi, Poppy Mercury, Pita Slank sareng God Bless. Mangrupikeun grup rock anu masih eksis dugi ka ayeuna. Kalayan masa anu agung. God Bless sareng Slank gaduh basis kipas anu agung. Sabab grup ieu parantos ngahasilkeun sababaraha album rock anu sukses di pasar. Musik rock mangrupikeun bagian tina perjalanan panjang musik populer di Indonesia, kalayan keunikan anu rupa-rupa.
4. Musik jazz Indonesia. Asupna jazz ka Indonesia, teu bisa lupas tina ayana urang Eropa. Aranjuna ngawanohkeun gaya musik anyar ieu ngaliwatan rekaman vinil. The American Jazz Band mangrupa band jazz munggaran nu dateng ka Batavia dina tahun 1913. Dina tahun 1950-an, grup Chen Brothers diadekeun di Surabaya, kalawan formasi diwangun ku Teddy Chen, klarinet, Nico, drum, Jopie, bass, Bubi Chen, piano, jeung pamain tambahan Jack Lesmana. Dina tahun 60-an, musik jazz beki di pikawano ngaliwatan TVRI. Jack Lemmers jeung Jopie Item neusian acara musik jazz di TVRI. Dina tahun 1970-an, musisi jazz mecenghul diantarana Ireng Maulana, Benny Likumawa, jeung Elva Secioria. Tahun 80-90-an disebut zaman emas perkembangan musik jazz Indonesia. Grup Karimata diadekeun, grup fusion jazz, anu ngagabungkeun elemen musik etnis dina komposisina. Grup Sejenyaita Krakatau, anu mimitina maengkeun jazz rock sareng fusion jazz, teras ngalih ka musik jazz world. Krakatau parantos ngayakeun konser tur ka sababara nagara di Asia, Eropa, Amerika, Kanada, sareng Amerika Latin. Kamekaran musik jazz di tahun 2000-an nepi ka kiwari rupa-rupa pisan. Ieu khususna sareng kamekaran teknologi. Sababara ngaran anu jadi idola nyaeta Kunto Aji, Raisa, jeung Tulus. Oge Rio Sidik jeung Tesla Manaf anu kawentar dunya. Ayeuna seueur pisan festival musik jazz di Indonesia. Salah sahiji anu paling mega sareng bergengsi nyaeta Java Jazz. Ieu acara anu dilaksanakeun saben taun geus kaasup kana kalender jazz internasional. Musisi jazz Ireng Maulana ngagagas Jakarta International Jazz Festival atawa Jack Jazz anu mindeng ngahadirkeun musisi jazz kelas dunya. Musisi Jaduk Ferianto ngagagas ngayog jazz di kampung-kampung Yogyakarta atawa jazz gunung. Acara ieu nyobian ngahadirkeun suasana anu langkung populer dina musik jazz di Indonesia. 5. Musik dangdut. Musik anu host di nagara sorangan. Istilah ieu cocok pikeun musik dangdut. Para ahli musik nyebutkeun yen dangdut nyaeta musik hibrida atawa musik anu lumangsung tina sababaraha unsur musik. Jadi, hiji jenis musik anyar anu khas. Ciri-ciri dangdut nyaeta teknik nabuh kendang salaku panangtu wirama sarta teknik khas tina bass jeung gitar pangiring. Sakumaha anu didugikeun ku W. Frederick, panalung tikti Ohio, musik dangdut mangrupa identitas pikeun sawangan masyarakat Indonesia. Musik dangdut nyaeta musik Melayu anu digabungkeun jeung warna musik India jadi orkestra Melayu. Lagu Selayang Pandang mangrupa conto musik Malay Delhi, sedengkeun lagu Terajana mangrupa conto lagu orkestra Melayu warna India anu mekar di Jakarta. Petikan tina lagu Terajana, dangdut suara gendang, rasa ingin berdendang. Dianggap asal muasal label dangdut, orkestra Melayu nepi ka ayeuna. Panyanyi sapertos Elia Kadam, Ida Laila, Arafik, Mansur S, Meggy Z, Roma Irama mangrupikeun seniman orkestra Melayu dina zaman awal. Roma Irama jeung Elvi Sukaesih disebut Raja jeung Ratu Dangdut. Musisi dangdut sejana anu kakoncara dina zamanna diantarana Rita Sugiarto, Jaki Zima, Musin Al-Atas, Camelia Malik, jeung Mara Karma. Para panyanyi generasi saterusna saperti Hamdan ATT, Asmin Chaider, Evi Tamala, Joni Iskandar, jeung Iis Dahlia oge jadi panyanyi dangdut kasohor. Musik dangdut terus mekar kalawan pangaruh musik sejena, seperti diskotik dina lagu-lagu
Mary Andani jung Rama Aipama. Genre dangdut koplo anu ngagabungkeun teknik kendang jung tradisi anu kuat, beki populer sarta diturutan ku loba seniman saperti Inul Daratista jung Ayu Ting Ting. Dangdut oge dihijikeun jung kroncong anu katela congdut anu dikembangkeun ku Didi Kempot. Musik ieu katampi pisan di Indonesia sareng di mancanagara. Kalebat di Jepang, Malaysia sareng Amerika. Kalayan acara sapertos Dangdut in Amerika nawanohkeun musisi dangdut Amerika.
Musik kontemporer di Indonesia, anu sok disebut musik anyar, masih kene jadi bahan perdebatan menaan kriteria anu kaasup kana eta. Musik ieu ngarabas sudut pandang jeung rasa, nyieun bentuk anyar nu beda ti standar samemehna. Kamekaran musik kontemporer dimimitian saprak minggu komposer muda tahun 1979, di mana komposer sapertos Aloysius Suwardi sareng Heri Rusli ngagaduhan pangaruh anu agung. Karya-karyana hese digolongkeun secara konvensional. Pintonan musik kontemporer di Indonesia lumangsung di sagala rupa wewengkon. Yogyakarta ngayakeun Festival Gamelan Internasional Yogyakarta, Solo boga SEEM, Solo International Ethnic Music. Riau ngayakeun Festival Musik Dunia, Hitam Putih, jung Bali ngayakeun Festival Gong Kebiar. Inong musik kontemporer Indonesia anu kasor diantarana Slamet Abdul Syukur, anu katalah Empu, musik kontemporer, oge Hari Rusli, Jaduk Perianto, Iwayan Dibia, sareng Iwayan Sadra. Salah sahiji karya Slamet Abdul Syukur anu kasor nyata uwek-uwek tina karya Minimax, anu tiasa dipendakan dina internet.